Hey everyone. Today I wanted to come on here and talk about epilators with you guys. For those of you who may be considering purchasing an epilator or you just want to know more about it, I want to talk about it with you today because, it's summer. Most of us are probably wearing shorts and, shaving, waxing, whatever. This is another hair removal option for you. Also, if you guys watched my last video where I announced the giveaway winners, I mentioned that I was thinking about cutting my hair, and I ended up cutting my hair today. I cut off maybe a couple inches, maybe 2.5 inches, and then I got some layers put in. So I didn't end up chopping it all off. I decided that I wanted to enjoy my long hair for a little bit. So I like it. It's simple. I mean, it's nothing like crazy, whatever, but it's nice because there's a lot more like shape and body and some volume to my hair. So really enjoying it. Now on to epilators. I actually have two of them, and these are both from Follica.com, and I'll post the links down below. This is the first one that I had, and I bought this towards the end of last year. It has a little protective cap, and this is the Emjoi Light Caress. I bought this maybe around October, November, because I wanted to be able to use it before my wedding. So I've had this for quite a while, and I've been using it since I bought it. And if you don't know what an epilator is, let me just quickly show you. It's basically a mechanical device with hundreds of tweezers that pluck out your hairs super duper fast. So you can see the little gold plates. Those are actually the metal tweezers. There you go. You can see the little metal tweezers, and if I turn it around, you'll see this is what it looks like when the tweezers are open. You can see there, the tweezers are open. You can see a slot right there and a slot right there for hairs to fit in. And when you turn this thing on, this part actually rotates, so you can see, like, that's what it looks like when it's open. As it rotates, it closes at the top. That's what it looks like when it's closed. And it will hopefully have a hair pinched in there. So as it's rotating, these things are closing on hairs and pulling them out as they go around. So yeah, if you want to get an idea of pain for this guy, imagine plucking out your hairs super duper fast. That's what it's going to feel like. I have wanted to epilate for the longest time, and honestly, the biggest reason why I didn't want to go ahead and purchase one right away was because I was afraid that it was going to hurt, and that it was just going to end up sitting in my drawer, and I was never going to use it because it hurt too bad. I'm a big baby when it comes to pain. Normally, to remove hair, I just shave. I've used hair removal creams in the past as well, and those work okay. But normally I just shave. It's the fastest method, I find. I've never waxed, again, for the same reason, because I was afraid that it was going to hurt. But last summer I actually purchased those pre-waxed wax strips, and I tried them out, and I found that they weren't that bad in terms of pain. So I took the plunge and I purchased this baby, and actually at the time when I purchased this, Follica was having a really good deal too, so I saved quite a bit of money on this as well, which was another reason why I decided to go ahead and give it a shot. But my first experience with this actually wasn't that bad. I guess it really depends on you personally, whether your pain tolerance is high or low. Like I said, I'm a baby when it comes to pain. Like, I don't like pain. I can't handle it very well. The slightest sign of pain, I'll take like a Tylenol or a Motrin or something like that. But when I first did this, it actually wasn't that bad. If you are used to plucking your hairs, then you kind of have an idea already. This just does it on like a much greater scale because it's moving super duper fast and it's pulling out multiple hairs at the same time. So, in a way, because it is moving so fast, you don't feel it as much, but I will say that you can still feel every single hair being plucked out. At least I can. Like when I put this on my legs, sometimes I'll go over an area that doesn't look like there's any hair there, but you can feel it. So it pulls out even like the thinnest, like little fine hairs, which is great, and I love that. And mainly the biggest perk to this is because you're removing hair at the root like you do with waxing and stuff like that, your hair doesn't grow back as quickly. So I can do this maybe like once every couple weeks and I'm good to go. And that has been the biggest perk, definitely, is that it removes hair so well and so under your skin, I guess, that it just takes a really long time for your hair to grow back, as opposed to just shaving, which you're just shaving off like just the surface of the hair, and that hair is still going to continue to grow. And eventually they say that as you continue to do this, like over years though, I'm not going to say over a couple months, but like probably over time, those hairs that you've been plucking out will eventually just die, and that root or that follicle will just never grow back. So I'm hoping for that. That would be really cool, and then I would never ever have to do any type of hair removal ever again. That'd be cool. But in the meantime, I do use this every couple weeks or so. So some downfalls to epilating, besides the pain, of course, is number one, my biggest problem with this is that I find that I get a lot more ingrown hairs, and that is something to be expected. When you're removing hair from the root, you're plucking the hair from underneath your skin. So as your hair grows, it gives it a chance, because ideally you want your hair to grow up through your skin so that you can easily remove it again. But when you remove it from below the surface, the hairs have a chance of growing underneath the skin, hence an ingrown hair, and that happens to me a lot. I am very prone to it. Some people are more prone to it than others. I am very prone to ingrown hairs, and it's just one of those things now that I have to deal with epilating, as I have to manually pluck out those hairs myself because they're underneath the skin surface, or just underneath the first layer. It's not like they're like super deep where I have to like go in and do surgery on myself. No, you can like just kind of like scrape off the top layer of your skin, and then you can pull it out. It's really not that bad. But one of the ways to kind of prevent that, or help kind of help with that problem, is to exfoliate. So I mean, that's kind of an important step in any type of hair removal, is you want to exfoliate before you remove your hair and after. So whether that be a physical exfoliator like a body scrub or a loofah, or like what I like to use is this. I do use like a body scrub, and I do scrub like in the shower with like a washcloth and stuff like that. But I love this. This I purchased. Actually, I received this sample in my Birchbox, and then I went ahead and purchased the full size. And this is from ShaveWorks, and this is the Cool Fix. I think it's actually made for men, but I use it like after I epilate, and it treats ingrown hairs, razor bumps, and redness. And I love this because it has salicylic acid in it to help exfoliate your skin. So it does help a lot. But like I said, as long as you do exfoliate before you epilate and the days after as well. Just basically you want to constantly exfoliate until your hairs are actually out of your skin, and then you can remove them again. But that for me has been the biggest downfall for sure. The second kind of con, I guess, to this is that it takes a while. Shaving is really quick. You kind of just, like when I'm in the shower, I just run my razor over my legs or under my arms, and it's quick. It's fast. It takes me less than a couple minutes to do. This, however, takes a lot longer because you want to run it over your skin. What I like to do is I run it over, like, for example, my leg. I'll run it over my leg, and when I find that I stop feeling the pain, that area is good. So because you know, you have a lot of hairs, and this individually plucks like each one out, you kind of have to go over certain areas a couple times until it's completely free of hair. So I find that it does take a little bit longer to epilate than it does to shave, but at the same time, you're also saving time in the long run because you don't have to do it as often. So I guess it kind of balances itself out. Another possible drawback to epilating basically depends on the model that you get. This is the Emjoi Light Caress, like I mentioned. This one you have to use with a cord. Like, you need to be plugged into the wall in order to use this, which is a downfall in my opinion because it's not as easy to travel with. Whereas this one, this is the Remington one, which this one was sent to me by Folica a couple months ago, and I have been enjoying this as well. It works just as well as the Emjoi one, with the added benefit of the fact this is actually rechargeable. So you can use this plugged in as well, but this guy you can actually take with you. You just charge it overnight, and this holds a charge. This actually holds a pretty long charge. Actually, I haven't had to really recharge this for a couple actually, since I got it, I haven't had to recharge it yet. But so that's definitely a big plus. It works just as well. I actually can't turn that on because it's not plugged in, but now I can show you how quickly this actually works. So they both have 2 speed settings. So this is the low. Oh, just kidding. That was the high. And that's the low. But you can see it moves super duper fast, just to give you an idea of how fast it's going to be removing the hairs from your body. So yeah, this is definitely a lot handier than the other one because, like I said, I can just take this with me. I don't have to pack the cord. Once I charge it, it lasts for a really long time, and I can just epilate on the go. I've actually taken this in the car and epilated. This one's going to be great for going on vacation because, like I said, you don't have to lug around a cord. And also, another good thing about this one is that this actual head is removable. The tweezers themselves are removable, and it actually comes with 2 different attachments. It comes with this guy that has less tweezers compared to this, and this little guy is used for like smaller areas like on your face. So I have epilated like my upper lip, and that is, let me tell you, very, very painful. I find, like I said, the little tiny fine hairs hurt so much more than the thicker hairs. So painful. But you get used to it, and you suffer for a couple minutes, and the results last a while. So I personally think it's worth it. So I like that a lot. And like I said, because the heads are removable, this actually makes cleaning a lot simpler because the mechanism is actually just in the handle. You shouldn't get wet at all. But this part, there's no like actual mechanics to this, so you can actually submerge this in water and clean out the tweezers. Whereas this guy, the way you clean this is you remove this like guard or whatever, and then it comes with a little brush. They both come with little brushes, and you just brush off the hairs. You'll be surprised how much hair actually accumulates in here. You'll see, you're like, wow, that's a whole lot of hair that was just removed from my body. It's pretty amusing, actually. So yeah, so depending on the model that you get, portability, I guess, could be an issue, but really, like I said, I suffer through the pain. I take care of the ingrown hairs because I do really like the fact that I don't have to epilate as often. The fact that the results last a lot longer is a definite plus, and for me, good enough reason for me to epilate. The price also varies depending on the type that you get. Folica sells a whole bunch of them. These were both like in the $60 range, but they have promos going on all the time. But I think it is kind of pricey of a purchase, like, you know, in one lump sum, but this will last you a while, and the fact that you don't have to buy razors anymore, you don't have to buy shaving cream, you don't have to buy wax if you wax or whatever, this will last you for a while, hopefully. I've had this guy for almost a year now, not quite, maybe, 8 or so months, but it's still going strong, and I can see that lasting me a while too, and I'm hoping this one lasts a really long time as well, because then it'll be like super worth it. Although someday down the road I would love to get laser hair removal. If you guys have ever had laser hair removal, let me know your experiences. I'd love to know. I would love to never ever have to deal with any type of hair removal ever again. But for now, epilating is what I choose to do, and it is, to me, worth the pain. So let me know if you guys have tried epilators before and how your experiences have been with that. Also, if you guys have any other questions that I can answer, I will try my best to do that. Yeah, I hope this was somewhat helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.